breaking news that we are shifting focus across to in Kolhapur. Over 30 people have been detained in Kolhapur over the ruckus. Rakesh, can you tell us the details? Who were these 30 people who have now been arrested for the clashes? What really led to it all?
The Kolhapur police have arrested the protesters who had come together today to mark their protest against the WhatsApp status and objectionable status that was put out by a few people yesterday evening. That WhatsApp status belonged to Aurangzeb, and some comments were made where they were trying to show an heroic image of the Aurangzeb. But police have also registered an FIR against the people who had put that status out, and 5 of them have been identified. They are said to be juvenile. Their mobile phones have been seized, but what is important here is that police have found that these status have been deleted by the accused, and now they are getting the help of forensic experts to retrieve and recover that deleted status so that they can understand what exactly the objectionable content was. And based on that, the local people and some Hindutwadi organizations were angry with that status, and that is why they had called for a bandh today in Kolhapur. So today, the entire district or the entire city of Kolhapur was participating in that bandh, where they were trying to mark their protest against this act. But right now, when the situation was going a bit out of control, that time police had to use some force. They applied lathi charge there to get the crowd under the control, and that is when the situation went a bit out of control, and which is why all the efforts are being made now to put the situation in control, and they are appealing people to stay calm and do not panic and do not believe to any kind of rumors. And because of the same reason, now Kolhapur police have also decided and instructed that all the internet providers and operators, they have been asked to shut down the services of internet in the Kolhapur district right now.
From here onwards, what's going to be the action of the authorities? Because Rakesh, it's interesting to see the Chief Minister as well as the Deputy Chief Minister. They've come out and said there is going to be zero tolerance. They are taking a very hard line on this kind of violence. But sorry to interrupt you, but do stay on with us. Big breaking news which is coming in. FIR copy has been accessed here on Times Now. Pranesh is joining us on the big screen with the details of it. Tell us about the salient points, Pranesh.
Devendra Fadnavis came out and warned all the people involved in this and said that we will have zero tolerance policy against anyone who hit the ground to disturb peace. An FIR has been filed. We have the FIR copy here, and look at the 2 sections. 295A, a strong section, which means that if the charge is that the group was trying to outrage religious feelings of a particular community. Now this is a non-bailable and cognizable offence, so really a harsh charge that is mentioned in the FIR. And if you scroll through, let's try and figure out what the complaint is. So this is against details of known suspected, unknown accused with full particulars. The 2 people who've been named in the FIR, one is Sajid Sheikh, the other is Farhan Momin. And let me come to the operational part of it, which is the complaint. And this has mobile numbers of the people, so we'll exercise restraint, Meghna, and come back to you with more details, because we don't want to give out numbers of people who are either accused or the complainant in the case. But essentially, this tells us that this could have been deliberate. Now, we don't know. This is only the first information report. Let's wait for the police to dig deep. And once we have more information and clarity on this, we'll come back to our viewers.
In fact, let me go across to Rakesh. Rakesh, it does seem now that a concerted effort was made to orchestrate or at least to mobilize people for these marches now. And WhatsApp is something which could be one of the biggest leads that the police have in the case.
Yes, rightly said. In fact, there are 2 aspects to this entire episode. One, the Wednesday's incident today, where the mob had gathered to mark their protest. So whether it was planned or not planned, how did they go out of control? That is one small question before the agencies. But the larger aspect of the investigation is about the status which belonged to Aurangzeb, that was put out by 5 juveniles yesterday evening. So the investigation basically pertains to this question, whether these juveniles were used as a cover to avoid any strict action, whether they were part of a larger conspiracy, whether there is any substantial link between the past incidents that have occurred in the state of Maharashtra, whether it was Aurangabad, Ahmednagar, Pune, Mumbai, Nasik, or even the Trambakeshwar incident. Why the incidents each after each incidents are hinting towards a conspiracy which is likely to disrupt the social and harmony and communal peace that is being targeted by some of the people, whether it is just a mere coincidence or whether it is a part of a larger conspiracy, whether there are some common patterns are seen or not. That is what being investigated by the...
Sorry to interrupt you. There is a press conference coming in of Union Minister Piyush Goyal.